my beloved mother, Queen Elizabeth. She was a pattern to all princes living.
The moment the doors of Buckingham Palace closed behind the last guest, and the final echoes of polite applause disappeared into corridors lined with centuries of royal memory, something far darker than ceremony began to unfold. Because while King Charles III stood before the legacy of his beloved mother with tears quietly gathering in his eyes, two people watching from opposite sides of that sacred gallery already understood that before this night ended, the future of the monarchy itself might never look the same again. What if the greatest threat to the crown was never outside the palace walls, but standing right inside them? As the golden lights of the exhibition reflected against priceless glass displays, King Charles III moved slowly through the room, pausing before artifacts that carried not just financial value, but the emotional weight of a century, and just a few steps away, Prince William watched carefully, not as a son, not as an heir, but as the future king who had begun noticing patterns that no one else inside Buckingham Palace seemed willing to discuss out loud. Because over recent months, palace insiders had whispered about missing inventory reports, altered archive schedules, and unusual late-night access records that somehow always disappeared before reaching official review, and every quiet trail seemed to circle back toward one name that nobody dared confront directly. And that name, according to reports, was Queen Camilla. But this is where everything changes. Standing beside Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, known publicly as Kate Middleton, admired across the world for grace, discipline, and unwavering stability, was not simply attending another royal event, because Catherine, Princess of Wales, had already started asking questions that made certain palace figures visibly uncomfortable. Why were restoration logs being edited after midnight? Why were sealed archives suddenly being reopened without formal approval? And perhaps most disturbing of all, why did the cameras covering the West Wing repeatedly go offline at exactly the same hour every third night? Does that sound like coincidence to you? Prince William, the future king, did not believe in coincidence, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, certainly did not believe in timing that perfect, which was why while King Charles III mourned memories of Queen Elizabeth II, Prince William quietly initiated something few outside the inner circle would ever know existed: a private investigation conducted entirely inside palace walls, beyond official staff, beyond public security, and beyond the reach of anyone who might warn the target. And the first piece of evidence came sooner than anyone expected. Late that same evening, as the final servants finished their rounds and the corridors of Buckingham Palace fell into silence, Catherine, Princess of Wales, returned alone to the exhibition under the quiet pretense of reviewing educational materials for a public heritage project. Yet what Catherine, Princess of Wales, actually carried was not paperwork, not ceremony notes, but a compact forensic flashlight capable of revealing chemical residue invisible to the human eye. What Catherine, Princess of Wales, discovered changed everything. The 1953 coronation robe, one of the most sacred symbols of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, appeared untouched under ordinary light, but under Catherine's inspection, faint industrial residue shimmered across the collar, and the red gemstones embedded in royal velvet no longer reflected light like authentic stones should. Instead, the surface looked hollow, synthetic, almost theatrical. Prince William was summoned immediately. And when Prince William, the future king, held that evidence in his hand, every expression of calm disappeared from his face, because Prince William understood something terrifying in that exact moment. This was no mistake, no restoration accident, and certainly no misunderstanding between staff members. This was theft. Not from a museum, not from a collection, but from the monarchy itself. So here's the question nobody inside Buckingham Palace was prepared to answer. If someone powerful enough to access the most protected royal artifacts was willing to risk everything for one priceless jewel, what exactly were they planning to take next? And more importantly, how far would Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, go to stop them before the entire royal family became part of something far darker? Before we uncover what Prince William discovered on the palace security logs that same night, make sure you're subscribed, because what happened next did not just expose betrayal inside Buckingham Palace. What happened next forced Prince William to choose between protecting family or protecting the crown. What Prince William, the future king, saw on those private security logs that night did not simply raise suspicion inside Buckingham Palace. What Prince William saw began connecting a pattern so precise, so calculated, and so personally dangerous that even Catherine, Princess of Wales, reportedly stopped speaking for several seconds, because every deleted timestamp, every missing archive entry, and every unexplained corridor access led back to one chilling reality. Somebody inside the monarchy had not committed one theft, but had been building an operation for months. And the deeper Prince William looked, the more impossible it became to ignore one name. Could the future king really be preparing to investigate someone sitting just steps away from the throne itself? Inside Prince William's private study, far from official staff and far from listening ears, Catherine, Princess of Wales, carefully placed the altered gemstone under a restoration microscope normally reserved for state treasures, and within seconds the truth became impossible to deny. Because the stone that should have represented the craftsmanship of Queen Elizabeth II's historic coronation reflected not the natural fire of a genuine ruby, but the cold, lifeless glare of manufactured glass. Prince William, the Prince of Wales, tightened his grip on the desk so hard that the muscles in Prince William's hand reportedly turned white, not simply from anger, but from understanding what this really meant. This was not theft for money alone. This was theft committed by somebody who believed nobody inside Buckingham Palace would ever dare ask questions. But this is where everything changed again. Prince William, the future king, immediately ordered a silent cross-reference of access logs from the West Wing, the Archive Corridor, and the Royal Preservation Gallery, and when Catherine, Princess of Wales, began matching entry records against private event schedules, something deeply unsettling emerged. On every night that security systems briefly went offline, one royal access credential appeared exactly once. Never twice, never by accident, always between 1:43 and 2:07 in the morning, and every single entry belonged to Queen Camilla. Now ask yourself something. If Prince William discovered evidence pointing toward Queen Camilla inside Buckingham Palace, would Prince William expose the truth? Or would Prince William protect the institution first? Because according to palace insiders, that was the exact moment Prince William stopped thinking like a grandson and started thinking like a king. As rain began striking the palace windows, Catherine, Princess of Wales, opened a second inventory ledger, one that had not been touched for nearly 11 months. And what Kate Middleton discovered made the first theft look almost insignificant. 2 diplomatic brooches once worn by Queen Elizabeth II during state visits had been quietly marked for temporary restoration. Yet no restoration team, no insurance documentation, and no transport approval existed anywhere in the system. Prince William looked directly at Catherine, Princess of Wales, and without raising Prince William's voice, Prince William reportedly said only one thing. If somebody is stealing history, somebody is planning something bigger. And suddenly this was no longer about rubies. This was about control. This was about power. This was about who would shape the future of the royal family. Because while Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, were quietly uncovering missing heirlooms, another royal storyline was unfolding thousands of miles away, where Meghan Markle and Prince Harry continued generating headlines that palace advisors reportedly feared could create fresh instability around succession, public trust, and the long-term image of the monarchy. Some insiders even claimed the timing felt too convenient, as if public controversy involving Meghan Markle and Prince Harry was creating exactly the kind of distraction somebody inside Buckingham Palace needed. Coincidence? Or strategy? What do you think? And that question became even harder to ignore when Prince William received an encrypted message from a senior palace archivist who had suddenly requested private protection after discovering sealed documents moved without authorization. The message was brief, but according to reports, the final sentence reportedly sent a chill through Prince William's entire security team. Check the wedding collection before sunrise. By now, Catherine, Princess of Wales, understood something terrifying. Whoever had replaced Queen Elizabeth II's gemstones was no longer testing the system. Whoever was behind this believed the palace had already been compromised. So before dawn broke over Buckingham Palace, Prince William, the future king, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and a tiny circle of trusted allies prepared something nobody outside royal walls would ever expect. A trap. And if that trap worked, Buckingham Palace would finally expose the truth. But if that trap failed, Prince William might be forced to accuse one of the most powerful people in the entire monarchy. Before we reveal what Prince William placed inside the gallery that same night, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us, because what Catherine, Princess of Wales, discovered hidden inside Queen Elizabeth II's wedding collection changed this royal drama forever. And what happened next left even King Charles III questioning who could truly be trusted. By 2 o'clock in the morning, while most of Buckingham Palace slept under silence, Prince William, the future king, was no longer searching for answers. Prince William was preparing to force the truth into the open, because after what Catherine, Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, had uncovered inside Queen Elizabeth II's archive collection, Prince William reportedly reached one devastating conclusion. This was not simply a theft of jewels, not simply a betrayal of trust, but the early signs of an internal power play that could shake the entire monarchy at its foundation. And if Prince William was right, the person behind it was about to make one final mistake. But here's the question nobody inside the palace could answer. When someone believes absolute power protects them, what happens when that power suddenly disappears? Inside a sealed security chamber hidden beneath Buckingham Palace, Prince William stood beside Catherine, Princess of Wales, while a handful of trusted allies, including senior members of the private royal protection team, prepared an operation so discreet that even most palace staff had no idea it was happening. Kate Middleton, calm but visibly focused, carefully reviewed the gallery layout one final time, not as a ceremonial royal figure, but as somebody protecting a legacy that one day would belong to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Catherine, Princess of Wales, understood something that night which few people ever fully appreciate. When history is under attack, silence becomes complicity. But this is where everything changed yet again. Instead of relying on standard surveillance, Prince William approved something far more sophisticated. Hidden inside a restored display mannequin position near Queen Elizabeth II's 1947 wedding collection was a miniature optical camera, invisible under normal inspection, carefully embedded by Catherine, Princess of Wales herself, beneath layers of ceremonial fabric. At the same time, Prince William ordered a specialized forensic powder to be brushed across the diamonds on the gown, a substance completely invisible to the naked eye but capable of glowing under ultraviolet light the instant human skin made contact. Now think about that for a moment. If Prince William already suspected the identity of the thief, why wait for evidence at all? Because Prince William, the future king, understood something every monarch eventually learns. Accusation without proof creates scandal, but proof without escape creates justice. As the final preparations ended, Catherine, Princess of Wales, looked directly at Prince William and reportedly asked a question that changed the atmosphere inside that underground security room. What if Prince William is right, and the person walking through that door isn't afraid anymore? Nobody answered, because everybody already knew. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, fresh headlines involving Meghan Markle and Prince Harry continued dominating global media. And some palace insiders claimed the timing could not have been more suspicious. With Meghan Markle and Prince Harry pulling international attention toward California interviews, succession debates, and renewed royal drama, Buckingham Palace itself had become strangely quiet. Almost too quiet, creating the perfect distraction for somebody operating from within. Coincidence? Or carefully timed chaos? What do you think? By 2:13 a.m., every monitor inside the private control room remained still, and for nearly 11 minutes, nothing moved except the shadows cast by antique chandeliers across marble floors. Prince William leaned forward, Catherine, Princess of Wales, held her breath, and every trusted officer inside that chamber stared at the gallery feed in complete silence. Then suddenly, the west corridor access light turned green. Prince William immediately froze. Kate Middleton stopped blinking, and the figure that appeared on screen made even experienced security officers visibly tense. Walking slowly through the corridor, dressed in dark velvet, carrying what appeared to be a small drawstring pouch, was none other than Queen Camilla. No hesitation, no confusion, no escort, just confidence. And perhaps that was the most frightening part of all. Because Queen Camilla did not look like somebody sneaking through the palace. Queen Camilla looked like somebody who believed nobody would ever dare stop Queen Camilla. As Queen Camilla approached Queen Elizabeth II's wedding display, Prince William's jaw tightened, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, quietly activated the secondary camera angle. On screen, Queen Camilla reached into the pouch and slowly removed a pair of precision jeweler's pliers, the exact kind previously linked to restoration tampering. At that exact moment, Prince William whispered 4 words that reportedly sent chills through the room. Now Queen Camilla shows everything. And what happened next would not simply expose a thief. What happened next would force King Charles III to witness something no husband, and no king, was ever prepared to see. Before we reveal what Queen Camilla touched, and what Prince William did the second those diamonds began to move, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us, because the next 60 seconds inside Buckingham Palace changed Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and perhaps the future of the royal family forever. The instant Queen Camilla reached toward Queen Elizabeth II's wedding collection with those precision jeweler's pliers, the air inside the underground monitoring chamber beneath Buckingham Palace seemed to freeze, because Prince William, the future king, was no longer watching a suspicion unfold. Prince William was watching proof, undeniable, irreversible, and devastatingly personal proof, unfold in real time. Beside Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, did not blink, did not speak, and did not move, because Catherine, Princess of Wales, understood that within the next few seconds, one decision inside Buckingham Palace could permanently reshape the future of the monarchy. But here is the question. If Prince William exposed Queen Camilla tonight, would Prince William be saving the crown? Or breaking the royal family forever? On the monitor, Queen Camilla moved with the confidence of somebody who believed every corridor, every vault, and every historic artifact inside Buckingham Palace belonged to Queen Camilla by right, not by privilege. And perhaps that confidence explained why Queen Camilla never once looked over Queen Camilla's shoulder. Instead, Queen Camilla leaned closer toward Queen Elizabeth II's 1947 wedding gown, carefully sliding the cold steel tip of the pliers beneath the largest teardrop diamond resting near the waistline, and as Queen Camilla's fingers pressed firmly against the stone, something invisible, but absolutely decisive, transferred instantly onto Queen Camilla's skin. Prince William saw it. Kate Middleton saw it. And suddenly Prince William, the future king, whispered the words everybody in that room had been waiting to hear. Now, what happened next did not look like palace tradition. What happened next looked like judgment. Without warning, the gallery doors burst open, and a flood of white security lights instantly transformed the dark exhibition hall into a stage of impossible exposure. Queen Camilla spun around in shock, the pliers slipping from Queen Camilla's hand and striking the marble floor with a sharp metallic crack that echoed across centuries of royal history. And in that exact moment, Prince William walked into the room with the calm, measured authority of a man who no longer needed suspicion. Because Prince William now carried evidence. Now ask yourself something. If you were standing in Queen Camilla's position, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide, what explanation could possibly save you? Because according to palace insiders, Queen Camilla tried. Queen Camilla reportedly attempted a smile first, then confusion, then outrage, shifting from royal confidence to visible panic in seconds, insisting that Queen Camilla was merely checking on preservation standards and ensuring security compliance. Yet the moment Queen Camilla finished speaking, Catherine, Princess of Wales, stepped forward with a UV forensic flashlight held firmly in Kate Middleton's hand. And what happened next reportedly silenced even experienced royal security officers. As the ultraviolet beam crossed Queen Camilla's fingers, both hands erupted in a bright electric glow. Not subtle, not uncertain, not debatable. Bright forensic blue. And just like that, the room changed. Queen Camilla reportedly looked down in disbelief, rubbing both hands against velvet fabric, against marble, against skin, against anything Queen Camilla could reach. Yet the more Queen Camilla tried to erase the evidence, the brighter the marks became, spreading across fingertips, sleeves, and the edge of Queen Camilla's cloak like betrayal refusing to stay hidden. Prince William, the future king, took one slow step forward. Then another. Then another. And according to reports, Prince William looked directly into Queen Camilla's eyes and asked a question that nobody inside Buckingham Palace will ever forget. How much of my grandmother's legacy did Queen Camilla plan to sell before somebody finally noticed? Could you imagine hearing those words inside Buckingham Palace? Could you imagine Queen Camilla realizing that Catherine, Princess of Wales, had been 3 steps ahead the entire time? But this is where everything became even more explosive. Because while Queen Camilla stood frozen under forensic light, a second door inside the gallery slowly opened. And the person walking into that room was not a guard, not an advisor, and not a private investigator. It was King Charles III. King Charles III stopped walking. King Charles III looked at Queen Camilla. King Charles III looked at Prince William. Then King Charles III looked down at the glowing hands. And according to palace sources, King Charles III did not speak for nearly 10 seconds, because sometimes the truth is so devastating that even a king cannot immediately find words. So here is the question. What would King Charles III choose in that moment? Loyalty to Queen Camilla, or loyalty to the monarchy Prince William was preparing to inherit? Before we reveal what King Charles III said, and why even Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may soon feel the impact of this palace earthquake, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us, because the next decision inside Buckingham Palace did not just expose betrayal. The next decision changed the future of the royal family forever. As Buckingham Palace stood wrapped in a silence so heavy it almost felt alive, every person inside that private gallery understood that the next words spoken by King Charles III would not simply determine the outcome of one devastating night. Those words could reshape the emotional balance of the monarchy for an entire generation, because standing under the cold forensic glow, with Prince William, the future king, on one side, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, standing with silent determination on the other, the institution itself seemed to pause, waiting for truth to finally speak. But here's the question nobody inside Buckingham Palace was prepared to answer. What happens when family loyalty collides with royal duty? For several long seconds, King Charles III said nothing at all, and according to those closest to the inner circle, that silence carried more weight than any speech, because King Charles III was not simply looking at evidence, not simply looking at Prince William, and not simply looking at Catherine, Princess of Wales. King Charles III was looking at the future, and perhaps for the first time, King Charles III fully understood that Prince William was no longer preparing to become king someday. Prince William was already thinking like one. But this is where everything changed forever. Prince William, the future king, reportedly stepped forward with a calm authority that has increasingly defined Prince William's public image, and instead of anger, instead of accusation, Prince William presented something far more powerful. A complete archive of private audit reports, security records, restoration discrepancies, and sealed inventory movements that Catherine, Princess of Wales, had spent weeks quietly assembling. Every page, every timestamp, every missing entry created a pattern so precise that nobody in that gallery could dismiss what Prince William and Kate Middleton had uncovered. Now ask yourself something. If Prince William had remained silent, how much longer would nobody have noticed? Because according to palace insiders, that question changed everything. King Charles III slowly reviewed the documents, page by page, and as the silence deepened, Catherine, Princess of Wales, watched carefully, understanding that this was not merely about artifacts, headlines, or royal drama. This was about legacy, about the institution Queen Elizabeth II spent an entire lifetime protecting, and about the world Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis would one day inherit. And suddenly, King Charles III looked up. Not at the documents, not at the security officers, but directly at Prince William. And according to reports, King Charles III asked a question that may define the next era of the monarchy. Prince William. How long have Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, known? Could you imagine that moment? Could you imagine Prince William, the future king, realizing that the conversation had shifted from investigation to succession? Because while all of this unfolded inside Buckingham Palace, thousands of miles away, headlines involving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continued dominating global media, and some royal observers began quietly asking an even bigger question. If Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, had already proven they could protect the institution in private, was the public now witnessing the quiet beginning of a new royal era? Coincidence? Or preparation? What do you think? As dawn slowly began breaking over Buckingham Palace, King Charles III reportedly gave no dramatic speech, no public announcement, and no immediate explanation to the outside world. Instead, King Charles III quietly gathered the documents, looked once more at Prince William, looked once more at Catherine, Princess of Wales, and walked toward the private state corridor reserved only for monarchs. And according to palace insiders, Prince William was invited to follow. Not tomorrow. Not next week. That morning. And if those reports are true, then what happened inside Buckingham Palace that night may not simply become another chapter of royal history. It may become the exact moment Prince William, the future king, began stepping into a role the world thought was still years away. So now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, are already becoming the true stabilizing force of the monarchy? Do you believe King Charles III is quietly preparing Prince William for something much sooner than anyone expected? And perhaps most importantly, what role will Prince Harry and Meghan Markle play if the royal balance continues to shift? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion matters in this conversation. And if you love deep royal analysis, cinematic storytelling, and the kind of royal drama the headlines never fully explain, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and join this growing community. Because the next chapter involving Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, King Charles III, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle may already be unfolding. And trust us, this story is far from over.